yes. Nice to meet you. I don't know. Gonna turn all red. Okay. We are ready to go. Into the final game of the best of 3. They are just lining themselves up now. And thank you for joining on for the Daily Shoutcast for game number 3 of this best of 3 series. It is looking to be very, very entertaining. But we'll see now that now that I believe it was Cryptic. Now that he has got oops, sorry, I'll just turn off the stream music there. Now that he has got a stable internet connection, we may see a lot of tricky stuff coming out from him here. Wow, nobody's connected to the game yet. Apparently on the scream. On the scream. The scream. Yeah, I think we're having a bit. Oh no, here we go. Here we go. It was it's just me. It's just me. And for Axel is yeah, he's an amazing dude. Check out Slater as well. Although a lot of people give Slater crap. A lot of people who go on the stream give Slater crap. Just because he's too popular for them to handle. Anyway, Evelyn is going to be the first ban coming out from Team Blue, from Team Fun Times. They have banned this every single game so far. They do not want to verse that Evelyn mid. Maybe their mid has an issue with it, or they feel like her roaming potential is far too dangerous. And yes, I did say that at the very beginning. Her ultimate is just devastating. I feel like they need to reduce the ult size rather than the damage output that they've changed on there. Alistar, an amazing ban as well as Shogarth coming out from Fun Times from them. Alistar, of course, amazing CC. Okay, it's definitely going to get Tarek out again. I'm definitely sure we're going to see another Tarek. We may see another, Misfortune. But would you look at that? Blitzcrank is not banned. Nam Kimchi, insta-lock it. There's the Blitzcrank. What is going to happen now? And there we go, T-Panda instantly locking in as that Tarek. I would not be surprised if they did go for a Misfortune. Going back to the bans a little bit though, guys, there was a Malphite Shen and a Mumu, so it's still those useful and targeted bans. But to be honest, that Alistar coming out from them, they did want that Blitzcrank because they had that first pick. And I feel like they've completely played Noobius Maximus in that regard. They allowed that pick to go through. And Noobius just missed it. They had to get rid of the Amumu and the Shen. They really got destroyed in that second game with the Shen, and of course that Malphite. Just a quick answer. I'll go over Kaifam. Interesting locking down as Urgot. He's a very uncommon ADC, and because of it, I've only shoutcasted about 2 or 3 games with an Urgot, and I've seen his play. He's very bursty. He does like getting a Black Cleaver on himself. But he's mainly made for the burst, and he's got great CC with his ult. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the team fight control with that, because his ultimate is very, very strong in the middle of a team fight. It is even stronger than Blitzcrank because it is such a reliable switch, but it puts him in a difficult position. I wouldn't be surprised if he jungled. I have seen a jungle Urgot before with a switch over to the ADC, and they had their own ADC and they had the Urgot jungle. Dealing a lot of damage, so he may be jungle and top. We'll see what he does there. His ult makes him vulnerable, but it is very useful. Lalawi is going to grab that Israel for Fun Times again. They are loving this Israel combo. I believe it was Noobius Maximus on the first game. They did pick up that Lux and the Israel, and that burst combo was insane when they caught when they caught Fun Times out and off guard. It was just ridiculously destructive. They found them in very closed areas, and that allowed the AoE to just burn them. Vortex of Souls does pick up on the brand, though, and Legendary, there was not a Kha'Zix ban. They did do a Kha'Zix ban in the first 2 games, letting that slip through. A lot of burst and a lot of mobility on that Kha'Zix. I still haven't seen a Rengar from you, Krazurk. Krazurk, if you do not put out a Rengar or a Pantheon, I'm going to be like, why? Why did you bother telling me you were Epic Rengar and Panth? You want to win this game. You really want to. This is the Daily Shoutcast Grand Championship. No, I will be setting up a Grand Championship for SnowyPadre, and it's just great to see such amazing teams come out from New Zealand, and just specifically. But yeah, if you have any team anywhere around the world, feel free to jump in on the Daily Shoutcast. And the teams, by the way, do 1. We have Noobius Maximus on the red team, and on the blue team we have Fun Times. Over on the in-game screen, you will be able to see the team names, and you will be able to see the fact that they have won 1 game each. It's just a best of 3, not a best of 5. And would you look at that, it was a lock-in on the brand, and Cryptic Nexus going in as the Jarvan, and for some reason my screen is showing Jarvan in as not locked, so I can already tell this is going to be a very, very buggy game. Hooray! But Cryptic Nest is going to be picking up that jungle Jarvan. That is a very, very destructive jungle. Amazing burst auto attacks, and he can get into the fight very, very quickly. He's great at lane ganking as opposed to river ganking, and he's very, very effective, but his ult is still a little bit buggy and could get his team out of the fight or separate them too much. And you know, it's a positive and a negative in general. Hello, ExoVolve, how is it going? I've been watching your stream, and you've been doing great, dude. Cheers for that. And just a heads up, Summoner Mikael going to be going in as Hikarim. It's going to be a Hikarim jungle, so we may see a lot of backdoor jungling out from him. It is very common to see a Hikarim jungle on the purple team because they get the tri-brush down at bot, and it's a lot easier for him to gank in there from the river. But of course you can ward in that try, and it's very common to do so. Iwobiso locking in as Nidalee, and Nidalee is honestly, I believe Nidalee is my favorite champion of all time. A little bit next to Malzahar and Rammus. Still a little bit of toss-up, but amazing burst, great sustain, amazing chase potential. We could see a lot coming out from this Nidalee, but Nidalee doesn't always scale in the late game. And Brazik, thank you very much. You do look in as a Pantheon. You got to show me what your Pantheon is made of. Just in answer to Takaya's question before, I am not a graphics designer, but I have a lot of experience with Paint and PowerPoint. I have a little experience with Photoshop, and I have been using it sort of to create a lot of these images. But a lot of these images, they're very, very basic, and I will be working on trying to make them a little bit better. But yeah, I dabble in a lot of things. But yeah, how do you have the band champ so close to the middle? Because I'm pro. No. If you do feel like there are any, if there are any, I apologize for this. If there are any issues with the stream, or you feel like there is something that can visually be improved or can mechanically be improved, feel free to let me know in the comments or anything. And yeah, I will try and improve the stream for you and get it up and better, because I do aim to be, I am the only shoutcaster following the NZ scene right now. I am trying to get a bunch of more shoutcasters in, but a lot of the NZ shoutcasters are shy, or any of the potential ones anyway. But there are a lot of fun shoutcasters over here. It'll be cool to see if we can get this out. There is a lot of chat going on in the stream, so I'm going to start ignoring that because there is just too much to go on. Gonna be going into 2 minutes on the delay remaining as it stands now, and I will be talking about a little bit of lane combos and the team fights coming out. It seems like a very equal trade going out. Not too much tankiness sitting on the blue team, not too much tankiness on Fun Times. But to be honest, they do have the Blitzcrank, and that Kha'Zix could wreak havoc. But it is really the same over on the other side. It is a very, very tough decision, but I feel like Team Blue will have that lane and early game presence. But Noobius, Maximus, they're great in team fights, and they have amazing coordination. We did see Funtime's coordination with the Shen last game. It worked very, very well, and again, we're not seeing any teleports coming out from either of the teams, so it's not going to be any of those mobile teams. We're not seeing a TF, we're not seeing a Nocturne. There is no Shen that was banned out. It's not going to happen. Over in mid, considering Legendary is going to be mid as Kha'Zix, he's got really great roam potential, and it really depends on how Kaifam plays this. Oh, sorry, Keyfam, being corrected constantly by him. It is Keyfam, not Kaifam. Keyfam does put out a lot of burst damage, but if he backs up too much and Taste Their Fear lands on him and is active on him, then he will really get destroyed. I have seen a Kha'Zix mid. His jumps are devastating. 40 seconds remaining on the delay. Always the delay. Lalawi has picked up himself a cleanse. Funtimes are really liking the cleanses on their ADCs, and that is purely because T-Panda always picks up that Taric, and that Taric is very, very ridiculous. And it is going to be an ADC, an ADC Urgot going on Vortex of Souls there, and we'll see how he comes up to that. Alright, now that the delay remaining at 10, I'm going to stick it back to the home screen so you don't see ugly desktop screen. My desktop is literally just full of icons. That is all you can see. It's a fun place to not be. But yeah, big shout out to everyone on the stream. Thanks for coming and joining in on this best of 3 match, game number 3 with with Noobius, Maximus, and Fun Times. Noobius Maximus, of course, a very very strong contending team for Auckland, going up against Big World and VGR. They did pretty damn well in the Barcraft NZ League of Legends LAN tournament number 2. Long names, I know. Maybe we've got to change that. Oh. Everything's starting up. But yes, Fun Times, of course, they are second only to Full Hentai. Please excuse the name, that's what they call themselves. They have changed it, so it's worded differently, but it still sounds that way. Yeah, they down in Wellington, they're always second to none to FH. And it's great to see these two teams fighting off. VGR versus FH as well. The two leading teams from Auckland and Wellington facing off this weekend in the Modestly Awesome tournament that we're having online, hosted by Woody. I'll be casting that for you guys, so keep in touch as we do go into the loading screen here. Look at all them tasty borders. That is some tasty borders. Yes, little Uber Giant Dat headset. I'm loving this headset, by the way. Thank you for the stream supporters that I got on here. There was a lot of stream support from last year, and that allowed me to save up enough to get these Gamecom Commander headphones. Hopefully the audio quality is perfect for you guys. If there is any issue with the audio quality, if it is fuzzy or anything, please let me know, and I'll try and tinker with the settings. I'm very good at tinkering with these settings now. And anything. Okay. Yeah, I like my headset. I'm sorry. It covers my head. My head is so tiny. But yeah, I do think your head is tiny, Takaya. I do remember you saying your head was tiny. But yes, I'm sure your headphones dwarf you. Okay. Who's got the potato now? Vortex of Souls is sitting on his potato. So potato of the game goes to Vortex of Souls. And again, it looks like a ring of potatoes. Because he's actually going at a decent speed. He's not going at 1% an hour, which we do get a lot of over in New Zealand. But it is a Battlecast Ergot, so I'll forgive him. But he's still potato computer of the day. That works. He will. I'll glimpse here and there. I do have 2 screens set up, but it does sort of split everything. Pastry care for SnowyPadre invade. I don't know what you mean by that, but I'm hoping it's friendly. Because that doesn't... Just depending on how you word that. Full Metal Pantheon, Kruzuk, I now have faith in you. Okay, jumping into the in-game Scream as we go. Scream. I always say Scream. I don't know why I do that. Junglers unite. In the bottom. Here we go. Let's get the mids lined up. We may see a Nidalee mid. Oh, wow. This is very interesting. Nidalee and Blitzcrank. I don't know who's going to go for what role at the moment. I can make guesses. But these guys are a little bit crazy. They're pulling out something very strange here. And Fun Times, of course, Fun Times were the ones doing the lane switch at the very beginning. Let me just see. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Blitzcrank on the bottom. And it's just Sustain working for Nidalee at top. But both teams are converging on each other. It is looking like they're trying for an invade. Fun Times are trying to go in there. They have that level 1 Blitzcrank with his hook. I'm pretty sure he's already grabbed it. He has. He doesn't... Yeah. Who do you need to guess what hook, what ability you're actually going to get? First level Blitzcrank, you need that hook. And Nidalee is trying to bait them out into the middle here. Is this actually going to work? It could. We may see a flash. Oh, they are coming very, very close to Namkinchi. If he misses that hook, though, that is it for their level 1. And we may see an initiate coming in from Noobius. I'm wondering how much of an issue Noobius will be having bot lane with that Blitzcrank. Or again, if they're going to lane swap so they don't have to deal with the Blitzcrank. And they're just going to leave it in the hands of Pantheon. Because apparently the Pantheon player is epic. Yeah, they are going to go on this. I've got to say, Noobius Maximus did not have sight of it before. All the tension going in on this. T-Panda will just hover around here. Not going to put down a ward over on the side. Yeah, seeing a B from Kha'Zix trying to start off his jungle a little bit early. Namkinchi probably going to be... Oh, he does manage to grab the blue. They're going to be focusing it down. Very, very early grab of the blue. They could have waited for it. And Cryptic is trying to go in there. He's only level 1. He cannot dive it. This is going to be for them. Cryptic is staying in. He's going to go down. A flash from Iwobiso jumping onto T-Panda as well. They managed to get the blue. They are not going to let it refresh, as Vortex of Soul is not able to do anything about it anymore. There is First Blood. There is Blue gone. And there is Noobius Maximus' jungle in a tough spot. He is not able to come back from this, but he will be able to get more health pots, so he may sustain early in that jungle. He may be okay. Don't go away yet. The game isn't over. It is 2 longswords down on those ADCs at bot. We do see that quite commonly from NZ players these days. They feel like they can be protected enough, especially considering a Blitzcrank and a Taric. They are quite safe with each other. But that Blitzcrank still quite dangerous. I would have expected to see boots out from Urgot just to try and efficiently run away from the hooks from Nankimchi. Nankimchi has perfect range here for the hooks, and he is going to jump in and go for it. He is level 2. He's got the knockup. He lands it on Vortex of Souls. We will see the flash go out here. No, we don't, because it is not actually going to happen. Lala, we was a little bit too far away to capitalize on that knockup. And just looking at Pantheon at top, it is also a longsword as well. Let's see how he's doing at Kha'Zix. And what do you know? It is going to be a Nidalee in mid. I did get that wrong. A lot of Kha'Zix do like going mid. And there's a lot of danger. And Cryptic Nexus goes down to minions. Yeah. Cryptic Nexus has now been completely taken out of the game. Just a little bit. Just an absolutely tiny bit. That level 1. So now it doesn't look like he can go straight for red buff. He's going to be going very, very slowly. I don't think Fun Times will have a problem. There goes the grab from Blitz, waiting for that minion to go down, forcing the flash up from Vortex of Souls that he managed to save from before. If he popped up before, he would have been in a world of hurt. Great that he waited for that one. Pantheon going for a little bit of roaming in the mid lane. He doesn't really seem to mind much about Kha'Zix. A lot of sight coming out from Nidalee. As we do go back, let me just check out that Jarvan is doing. He has grabbed a couple more health pots to sustain him, and it is boots on Urgot finally. He didn't die, and he noted that he really needed to run away from Nankimchi as soon as possible. But this lane control definitely going way ahead for Fun Times. Just checking out the farm on there. It's already a little bit ahead, and that gap is going to continue widening. Let me just reapply this, as it is a switch for the lanes. Sorry about that. It is still a lot of farm going in favor of Noobius Maximus. So Noobius Maximus has been doing this every single game. They have been able to continually out farm Fun Times. They've been able to do that consistently throughout the series, and wow, we've seen another lane swap with Kha'Zix and Legendary go in mid, and look at that! Even without Taste Their Fair, Kha'Zix is looking to get a stun on Kha'Zix, but is it going to actually happen? The directed camera does not like mid, but I do. So now I'm back here. Okay. It was sort of an equal trade going out from them, but Legendary is in a very good position here. He's got the health pots on him. He's got the sustain going, and something is actually having a bot. Lala, we did not go down, but it did get a jump on, and Vortex is out of mana. But yes, Kha'Zix is going to jump on this, and he does get the ignite. I am very surprised by this. That kill does go down. First blood for them, for their team. Not for the game, for the team. Never mind. But yes, it is. I just found that very surprising because Kha'Zix had all of that mana, and he allowed in that mid Kha'Zix to regen enough mana to jump on him, get that Q off on him, get the spear off on him, get the ignite down, and that was the end of him. He could have used that mana to jump on him and destroy him, but he didn't. He didn't take that opportunity, and that really cost him. Now it is level 6 for Kha'Zix, Kha'Zix, and not for Legendary. So Legendary not being able to get that evolution point or anything. But Kha'Zix does have his Grand Skyfall. He can be almost anywhere in the map with that he needs to. With that, because that's how I pronounce things. Those lane swaps from mid to top. Very interesting. The sustain on Nidalee is working well. She has gone for that Tear of the Goddess and is stacking that up. So going straight, I would think she's going straight AP. She may be going for, she may be going for that Manamune into a Muramana. Yes, I do remember the name now. I'm getting better into that Muramana, and yeah, Nidalee can scale decently off that, but it will be a lot of AD going on for them. They do need the ability power. So I'm thinking it's going to be an Archangel coming out there, as they've otherwise got not much ability power at all. Oh, Summoner Miko coming in is just going to force a flash out from Kha'Zix because he doesn't have a flash. The ignite is down on him. Summoner Miko is going to continue. Legendary jumping in for the kill. As soon as he starts scaling in the early game, the mid game is theirs. Legendary still doing amazing against Noobius Maximus, despite their ability to outfeed. T-Panda does get a stun off on Lala Weaver. Nan Kimchi is right in the middle of it. T-Panda, what are you doing? You are in a lot of danger here. There's the burst out from Nan Kimchi. He is not level 6. He cannot true shot barrage. He cannot get those doubles. But that was enough to push them far out of lane. They're trying to out-aggress the bot lane from Fun Times, but it is not working for them. They've still got that Blitzcrank to deal with. The knockouts work very well. They're coming up to level 6, and as soon as he gets that... Oh, there's the knockup! Since grabbing the knockup on Vortex, he's going to go down. Grant Skyfall is coming in from Pantheon. Is he going to make it in time? No, but they may be able to get a kill on Lalawi. Down he goes. T-Panda will get a hit as a flash and a normal attack going out from Nan Kimchi. That was a very, very close one there, and then Kimchi used that flash to get that kill. He knew he was going to die, and he wanted a kill for a kill. He needed that, and it was a 2-for-2 exchange, but at least they could have made that a 2-for-1. But they managed to come back. There we go. The sustain is still quite in Iwobazu's favor, but that burst coming out. Oh, the ignite was down on her as well. Down goes that Nidalee. It's not going to be enough. Kaifem is able to outburst her. Legendary is not going to take any crap from him anymore, except he likes playing with a turret. Okay. Legendary just getting caught behind a turret there, and Brang being able to destroy him. That was very, very close for him. He may have been able to jump past the turret there and get the kill, but wow. That did not work out for Kha'Zix whatsoever. I'm wondering if the Kha'Zix bans coming out from Noobius Maximus were targeted. They may know a little bit about Legendary, but a little bit of mistakes going out there. He does get that death, and now Brand fed 2-0. Not fed, but still partially filled up a little bit. There are some wood counters going down at bottom, and Kinchi does want to get control of that river. He knows that is one area that he needs to protect, but the issue that they have been having, from what I've seen, is that Grand Skyfall on Pantheon. He can be wherever he wants to in that bot lane if they start to engage, and they need to be well aware of that. Legendary needs to let them know when Kha'Zix is jumping, even though they do have sight of the jump. Look at that Q coming out from Legendary. He is trying to burst him, coming out from Kha'Zix. He is trying to burst him down. He does manage to. That was another pickup on the Ignite. So a lot of Ignite plays going down, and that is the reason for the wins going down here. Noobius Maximus does manage to pick up a bunch of kills in mid and bot after that failure that they had at the beginning of the game. All of that very, very good play coming out from Fun Times. But individually, they are getting outplayed in the mid and top. Awobazo feels like the sustain's going in her favor, and in comes the ult from Summoner Miguel. Oh, Pantheon is coming in here as well. See if he can do a 2-for-2 again, which he might just say a 2-for-1, sorry. They thought they had that. They did have that kill, and it was actually a 1-for-1. So it could have been literally getting that one for a 1-for-1, but yeah, Pantheon jumping in there, that Grand Skyfall doing its work, but bot lane know now that Grand Skyfall is down. Nan Kimchi and Lalawi are ready if they need to do anything. They can engage on this. They do not have Pantheon to worry about, but they are playing a little bit defensively. Let's see if a grab goes down or now. He does land it on Vortex of Souls, the knockup. He does get it in turret range. That is it. That is the end of Vortex of Souls. Ow, it's slightly not actually. I did get that wrong. Let's see if Nan Kimchi can run in and get the grab off. Oh, he is getting bursted down very slowly. Vortex is coming back. There is an ult left on Lalawi, but okay, Legendary jumping in there, taking those kills. Lalawi does not have enough mana for his true shot. If he had that, maybe a double kill would have gone down, but now they have the ability to take that bot turret. Their top is gone. It is no longer there. Look at that turret. It's not even there. It's very, very dead at the moment. Just back to the items and a little bit of the farm. Farm's still going in Noobius Maximus's favor. Noobius Maximus. It is going a little bit in their favor, and that Tear of the Goddess is starting to scale well on Nidalee. She has grabbed a blasting one, maybe going straight into an Archangel's. Wouldn't expect it. Archangel is usually a late game item coming up from people. They'd like to stack that Tear of the Goddess first, but it does happen. And actually, a Kindle Gem is sitting on Cryptic Nexus, not finishing off straight with the Wriggles Lantern. It's going for a little bit of cooldown reduction and maybe turning that in, and I don't know, potentially as Dark Sliver. Wouldn't think it though. Maybe he's going for the Shirelia's Reverie for his team. Side stones on both the supports now. Let's check out the gold farm that is happening here. Who is leading in gold? What are they doing? It is 4.6k leading on Panth. So, yeah, okay, Krasix, I now bow to you. You get that full metal Pantheon on, and I don't even know what was the full metal skin, I believe it was. But yeah, definitely a very good amount of Pantheon play, and you can be anywhere at once. A lot of good team combinations coming out from Noobius Maximus, and I'm very surprised Vortex did not go down there. There go, wow, an ult from both Lala, Wee, and from Someone Mikael is going to net them a double kill with that initiator. Someone Mikael will have to back out from there. Oh, in comes Pantheon. Is he going to be able to take this? Is the turret going to pick up the kill? Instead, he flashes for the stun, and he gets the kill. Great play out from Pantheon, but he doesn't get a double. Of course, a double not necessarily needed. Still, a kill works. Pantheon, definitely a Pantheon patty fatty cake. That is what is happening here. What are you saying, Perkle? Sidestone's health pretty much makes up for no Heart of Gold. It does a little bit, considering you get those wards and you don't have to pay anything for 3 of them. That is a lot of gold sustain. But yeah, we all miss our Heart of Golds. We really, really do. We really do. But to be honest, a lot of support, I mean, they like building Heart of Gold into things like Randuin's, but now they can sort of build it into, I don't know, a little bit more appropriate items. Randuin's was still good on supports, especially like Tarek. He could tank up very, very well. But yeah, the Pantheon coming into play. He's already finished off a Bloodthirster. 6-1 in the game. He's not Victor, though. He's not Chickeny Victor. If you guys remember that Chickeny Victor who came in, took 7 kills for his team, and didn't let anyone get any kills. And he was sitting 7-0 for the entire first half of the game, the first 20 minutes. Good on you, Chickeny. I'm sorry. You are a legend. It will be a Black Cleaver coming out next for Pantheon. Pantheon Krasik. And we'll see what he does with that. He hasn't even gotten 2nd level boots yet, but no, only 1 2nd level boot sitting on... it's actually surprising. 15 minutes into the game, all 1st level boots. No 2nd level boots except for on Israel, sitting there for fun times. As it is a 9-9 exchange, there is hardly any gold advantage to either team. But the only team that does have the gold advantage, sitting there on Nunu Blah. Sorry, going into a gank here that doesn't actually matter. T-Panda is going to be jumped on, but he does manage to get the flash off in time. Someone Mikael, he's a Hikarum. He has a lot of speed, and that is going to be in for Tarek. He's able to chase, put off his Q enough times to get the kill on him. Oh, that water's going to do nothing for you, Nan Kimchi. That is free money. Free money for Noobius Maximus. As I was saying before, Noobius Maximus was in the lead because of that turret. Now that kill has gone down from them, and it is dead even in gold farm. Only 100 apart. Now, yep, just 100 apart as they are pushed out of their lane. We have seen this again in the first game. We thought Fun Times had that upper hand. They are great in ganks. Their early game is amazing. But I'm not sure if their late game is able to hold up. They do have that Blitzcrank. They can initiate whenever they want to, but we'll see what Urgot does with his ult. He hasn't even used it yet. And yeah, we'll see where that goes. He may be able to put it down on Israel to supplement him coming out with a lot of burst damage. But he may want to do that on Kha'Zix. He may want to do it on Hikarum just to displace them. If Nan Kimchi tries to jump in the middle of a fight and ult, he could use it on Nan Kimchi to try and stop him ulting in that area. But he'll still be able to save that for a while. So it's very difficult to see where Urgot is going to use that ult. And now they have lane control. Noobius Maximus get a free dragon. And yeah, they got a free ward from before because, hey, vision wards. They save the lives of other wards. No, they don't. They kill. Vision wards kill. Down goes Dragon. Gonna be some extra gold. Oh, nearly a steal coming out from Israel. So close there, but it is gonna be the smite coming down from Cryptic Nexus. Too early on the True Shot Barrage. Down goes the ult from Israel. Not available anymore for the next, what is it, 70 seconds? Roughly 72. I can't believe I actually got that nearly right. I just sort of guessed. That happened. 10 minutes as it stands. And wow, straight out on a Rabadon's death cap for Nidalee. Again, I didn't think it was going to be straight for the Archangels, but wow. Straight out for a Rabadon's. A lot of burst. Still great sustain. Still great everything, to be honest, with Nidalee. Always great everything. So it looks like it will be an Archangels. It won't be a Manamune coming up for her. Slash him. I'm sorry, I go by character genders. That's just how I roll. I should probably stop doing that. But I love it, it's great. Again, a big shout out to Princess Bubblegum. Thank you for joining us on the first game for Fun Times. That was epic. We are into such a serious game now. And the Black Cleaver has already finished on Pantheon. Now the honking guys is on Brand as well. Brand is amazing with a Leandri's Torment because he already gets the burn off from his abilities. And wow, Pantheon thinking of jumping on Lalawi. Is he going to go for a flash or anything? His flash is down, nearly coming back up as Brand initiates as well. Doesn't initiate, sorry, he just walks in there. Yeah, Brand initiate is walking into a fight because that happens. Yeah, I should say they and them rather than he and she. Mid goes down now. It has been left by Noobius for a little while. It's allowed Summon Mikael and Legendary to pounce on it with Gusto, and they manage to get top turret now. So they're starting to come back in map control. But Pantheon will always be there to jump around wherever he needs to. If anyone gets caught out in their jungle, he will be there. Not now, because his ult is down. But later. Soon. Sometime. After Black Cleaver, you're calling Last Whisper? Little bit. Still not the second level boots. Jarvan is tanking up quite a lot now. We have seen a few little bits of play, but again, he has been held back because of his initial loss in the jungle. But he is really coming back full force. He's finished off his wriggles. He's managed to get himself a Giant's belt, or in my world, a needlessly large belt. And he's ready to come kick ass and take names. Because we do see that Pantheon coming in here. If he does get an ult down, nobody can run away unless they flash out or jump out like Nidalee. Because they have that jumping combo. To be honest, yeah, getting Jarvan against a Nidalee and a Kha'Zix is a difficult decision to make because they do have the potential to jump out of there whenever they want to. And Hecarim can, of course, ult out of Jarvan ult as well, but it does take a lot of... and an Arcane Shift from Israel. So overall, a very mobile team sitting there on fun times, and I don't think it's going to be fun times for Cryptic. It really is not. But we'll see how it goes on to that late game, and we'll see if getting an ult off from Cryptic leads into an ult from Vortex of Soul that could do a lot for them in a team fight. It is Leandri's Torment out first on Keyfam, and Urgot's already finished his mana immune. Let's see how far away it is from a mirror mana. 480 by 750. It isn't too far out. Just above half there. Legendary nearly going down to an instant burst. Jarvan jumping in with his ult. He flashed into an ult, and down goes Blitz as well. The tanky, destructive power coming out from Noobius Maximus is giving them this game. And Nidalee is busy playing with top lane. Nidalee's going to be doing that backdoor. While Noobius goes, hey, you know, there's one of you up there, but there's 5 of us down here, and that's going to be enough for us. Team Panda is looking at him to be in a world of hurt, but down goes the stun. Is he going to be able to get Lowy? No! Lalawi gets manages to help Hecarim and get them a double kill. And they may even be able to chase out Vortex of Souls and Cryptic. If he wanted to, he could. He's got the movement speed, but he doesn't go for it. He doesn't know he has that opportunity. And there we go. We do see, again, it is going to be that burst and the burst damage in general coming off from Vortex of Souls. There is the ult going down. Yeah, he did use that in a way to try and keep Israel from using his spells, and that is one of the ways you can use Urgot's ult to keep people not doing anything. They still take damage while being trained. And I didn't mean trained, I mean changed the position switching, because that happened. And yeah, very, very close coming up from him. He nearly got the kill on Vortex of Soul, but that ult really saved Vortex Souls. Little bit, but yeah, he is going for a Black Cleaver. He's got the Brutalizer on that Urgot, so he's going for a lot of burst damage. There we go. There's the Ruby Crystal. Black Cleaver is going to be the next thing. League of Black Cleavers is standing out here. Would you look at that, guys? There's no League of Warmogs in this game. Last 2 games they had like 4 Warmogs per team, something like that. There are no Warmogs in this game yet. We may see one coming up from Jarvan because he does have that Giant's belt. But we will see. It's very hard to tell. He's got the Giant's belt and the Ruby Crystal. Does sort of suggest a Warmogs, but he could go anywhere with that. Wouldn't think he would. Just saying. There are those opportunities to come out. And there it is. Iceborne Gauntlet sitting on Israel. Apparently very popular in the Season 3 meta these days. I still need to get up with that. get up and back with the current meta, and I will be doing that as I am doing the Barcraft circuit, so I need to be getting up to date with all of these things. If you guys have any information on this season that you feel like you'd like to share, just email me and I'll insert it into my shoutcasting, double check it, and make sure that I know all of these facts for you guys, so I can give you the latest details about the game. Is Blue gonna go down? They do have a Blitzcrank there. Blitzcrank could just be like my Blue. Not gonna go for it though. Alright, they do have 5 in there. And Pantheon, good old Pantheon, does have his ult up, so a teamfight does break out. He will dive on them. Oh my god, no way. Did Nidalee manage to steal that with a spear? Perfectly timed spear right into that blue buff. That was fun. And again, we do see a lot of vision wards coming out from... Oh, actually, it was the opposite vision ward coming out. And it wasn't Kimchi's ward going down before, but they are going to be able to get a dragon. They're going in for the attack. Yeah, they will be able to get it in time. There is nothing they can do. Pantheon jumping in here. They are going to go for the initiate. Who's going to get the stun on it? It's going to be someone in Miguel. Kimchi has to turn around, blow off his ult, but he does manage to flash and get it off, but that is not enough AoE silence and damage. They will lose 2 members to 1, and that is it for the exchange. They are very lucky. Fun Times are very, very lucky that they managed to get that dragon in time, as it's sort of worth it getting that for a 2-for-1 exchange. It's really a 2-for-1 plus dragon exchange, so little bit worth it, but still losing 2 teammates and nearly getting total in a team fight. Pantheon jump, ready to go on. Remember guys, don't go away after this game. I'll do a little winning screen for the victors here, because these guys have put a very hard fought match in for you guys today. It's been really, really fun to cast, and I will jump into an ARAM. You can come and join me. Just have a little bit of fun. Wind down, because my mechanical play is so crap I can't ranked. No, I'm not doing too bad in ranked. I'm still positive in ratio and spirit. Blue, what are you doing? Don't attack. No. No, he's gonna kill. Yep, see, yeah. Predictions. OP. Wow, it is going to be an Ionian Boosterloo City. Finished off on Urgot before the Black Cleaver. He's looking to really spam out his Qs. Look at that Acid Hunter. Already 1.5 second cooldown. He's going to be able to throw that out whenever he needs to, but it is quite difficult to keep that trained on a specific target in the middle of a team fight. He's going to have to be very, very on his toes if he wants to be able to consistently pull out damage. Baron has got a vision ward on it from Fun Times, so it doesn't look like it's going to be great if Noobius comes in there. Wow, it is a decent amount of damage coming out from Iwobazu, as it does look like he they're blasting one into an Abtome. I keep thinking that's Abyssal. I know it's not though. I know that is a Negatron cloak. I just said, I'm like, hey, it is actually a Void Staff. So coming out with a Void Staff for Nidalee, unless she decides to do something silly and change, I don't know, maybe we're going to see Vortex and Souls going down. Is he going to be able to ult this out? He did use his ult before, and that is going to be it for him. Legendary just barely getting away. He does hit the Ignite on him. He is still going to go down, and a massive burst in the middle by Keyfam does manage to net them a 3-for-1 exchange, and they are looking for more blood on Lila and Lalawee. He didn't use Martyr there. Sorry, he did manage to flash it, and he has got a turret to go back home to. No Arcane Shift or Mana, and also he is going to be dived. There goes the Initiate from Cryptix. There is a Pillar of Flame from Keyfam, sorry, and he is going to pick up that kill, and I am going to disappear into the jungle. Whee! I didn't just hit anything else, did I? No, I certainly did not. It does look like Noobius are picking up in the late game like they love to do, but look at that gold. Look, now it has gone in the same position that they've had for the first game. It is in favor of kills, but Krasix is apparently going to play with Blitzcrank. Yeah, Krasix, Pantheon, just 3 people, and one of them is Kha'Zix, just no. That happened, but anyway, just saying about that, the first game happened in the exact same way. It was more kills on one side and less kills on the other, but it was equal gold, and what does that tell you? That just tells you a lot of the gold farm is going to the team with the least kills, which is very, very strange. They have picked up in CS in general, actually, so Noobius Maximus being able to outfarm them in the last 2 games. They haven't been able to do it here, and it does look like a couple of dragons have been able to go to fun times, and they're using all of that, and they've got that slight gold advantage. They're ready to come back in the game if they need to, but Noobius's teamfight mechanics are quite strong, and they know when to initiate. They are a very, very good team comp. But of course their team comp doesn't fit too well in line with the comp coming out from fun times. As they do have so much mobility, they can escape from nearly anything that Noobius throws at them. We'll see if this does translate into the late game. Oh, Lord Fabulous. What new sponsor apparently is happening there? The game is paused now, and Pantheon's going to go spew. Okay. I hope for all the best for Pantheon. I apologize if something is wrong with him. Yeah, he's too strong. So yeah, if there are any questions you do want to ask, we will get back into the game soon. And I think Pantheon is dying, so just yeah. I really hope he is okay. Let's I don't know. Moment of silence for Krazerx. With his legendary Pantheon sitting 8-3. He's gone for a double Bloodthirster build. Let me just see what his attack damage is sitting on here. He has, and the pause is coming in anyway. He's sitting on 345 attack damage, and yeah. What's the something's going on? I just thought of it. We gigabyte totally. Yeah, VGR.gigabyte. No, that's not going to happen with the best team in NZ. Totally. Yeah, Brand does have no Rabadons this far into the game. He tried to go straight for that hourglass, which could work for him. He's only died once though, so it looks like he's looking to sustain in team fights where he doesn't need to. But he does have 2 Dorans in the bank, and just looking at his income at the moment, he's sitting on 500. It will take him a while. He does have the flask in the bank as well, to be honest. So probably he has 1,000 gold in his bank, and he can just wait for 600. If he sells all of that, he can instantly grab himself a needlessly large rod, but it will take a while for him to get out of Rabadon. So yeah, that does take a little bit of time. Yeah, Pantheon, too much damage, had to pause to be able to handle it. A little bit. Yeah, I wouldn't think he's going for the Rylai's now. Let's hope not. Sponsor name's taking up a lot of space. A little bit. Just to sort of talk to you about that on the stream, guys. You guys can't see, but on the lower down that way, on the 2 SnowyPadre logos you see there, I tested a lot of logos out and stuff between just with the stream layout in general, and having them just a little bit reduced, and having open areas above and below them, it feels like the stream opens up 100% more. If you fill up those spaces, the stream feels ridiculously constricted, and it's ridiculous. It's like impossible for viewers to actually get engaged. So having those 2 little slits between, above and below the little SnowyPadre logo you see there, it really breathes, it really opens this stream. But yeah, that's, I don't know, my 2 cents on being able to stream. If you guys want to get into it and do something like this, which I'd love to see more of, if you would want to do that, do come and co-cast and have a little bit of fun. Yeah. Yeah, these comps are a little bit weird. It's a mix of assassin versus burst damage, but to be honest, the mobility is going way in Fun Time's favor at the moment. They just have so many jumps and so many escapes. But yeah, the burst damage and the AoE damage I feel coming out from Noobius is a little bit bigger, just because of their brand. They can sort of get together and use. Fun Times can get together and use Nan Kimchi and Lalawi to get some ultimates out and do a little bit of teamfight ultimate damage, but it really comes out, and especially from Pantheon being able to throw out his spears whenever he wants to. Just double check on the name for that. It is, I believe it was Heartseeker Strike. Anyway, Baron is being contested. Oh, it is going to be a Pantheon jump. Is he going to jump in and steal it? Is this going to happen? It does happen. It's going to happen. It is Cryptic Nexus jumping in there, getting his Ignite down, and Pantheon is taking so much damage. Blitzcrank is the first to go down, but Krasik says not even going to follow. He was so close to going down. It is going to be Hikarim following that, and they managed to get the Baron. Perfect steal going out, and Keyfarm thought he might just pop his that was fun, but he's going to have to run away from that. Nidalee might be able to snipe him here. She does throw it down, but it's not going to be enough. And they do manage to pick up on that Israel. That is it, guys. They have the Baron. They did get 4 for nothing exchange. And I think Cryptic is looking for the blood on Nidalee, but they have the opportunity to go in now, destroy the turrets in every single lane, get all the inhibitors they need. They may not be able to push in and get the win. But, yeah, that was a stunning move by Noobius Maximus. There's their team play coming in. There's the Mantheon coming in. And look, oh my god, it's going to be a grab on from Nankimchi. They are barely going to be able to push these turrets. Whoa! That is a ridiculous spear. I was sitting there with a Void Staff and a Rabadon's getting a kill on the Mantheon. That worked out. And Vortex of Soul getting a little bit ahead of himself, trying to go against the Blitzcrank in the middle. There we see the Blitzcrank play coming in. We were waiting for that Blitzcrank play for so long. This is why it exists, and this is why it is here. This is why you ban out Blitzcrank. He's looking to speed up a little bit and try and grab T-Panda. He is going to get the... Oh, he's not even going to go for the grab at all. Wow, they don't think they have enough burst to go for that. Dragon is available for them as well. But, wow... Yeah, Noobius Maximus, they got really low. They felt like they could go in for that. Mantheon trying to take on Nidalee and Blitz, and it just did not work. Just a little bit. Yeah. A little bit. Yeah. Maximus, they're not really forcing the fights. It is coming out from Fun Times a lot more. They're doing a lot of the initiates and doing a lot of the fight control. And they tend to rely on Mantheon to jump in there. And that is what they're doing right now. We'll see if he keeps him at the turret. Look at him. He's probably going to get a triple coming in here. His Q's going to go down. There he is. Mantheon double. And that single went down to Keyfam. Sorry. Not the Kaifam. The Keyfam. And the sick play's going out there. Definitely it is Nankimchi. And there's one more, Warmogs. We do see, I did tell you that Warmogs is going to come out on Cryptic Nexus. There it is, and he is going to be focusing on a Black Cleaver now. League of Black Cleavers is in force. One is sitting over there on, sorry, I think, was that so legit? Sorry, Team Fun Times are going to lose this. They've only got one Black Cleaver, and there are two right now, and a third on the way for Noobius Maximus. So, Black Cleavers, they win the game. And Warmogs, just stack those, they work. Stack like, well, you can do 4 Warmogs and 4 Warmogs and Amazon Paler. That works. Totally. Cryptic Nexus has managed to survive in the game and he has come back, so I do tip my hat off to him for that, but he is still a little bit behind and waiting to come back up. I feel like right now, Fun Times, they don't have as much scaling potential as Noobius Maximus does, and I feel like Noobius Maximus can scale a little bit harder against them. That Pantheon doesn't have too much scaling room left, although it does look like he is going to go for a more Malmortius, and he may go for a Frozen Mallet, he may go for a Trinity Force, which would be ridiculous if he gets off an auto attack on Trinity Force. Maybe a Phage onto a Trinity Force. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do there, and Kimchi not being able to grab that Tarek that he wanted for Christmas, for Cuddles. It's not going to happen. But Muramana is finally stacked up on Vortex of Souls. Is that going to mean enough damage coming up from him? Is that going to be? It's going to be. By the way, at the end of this, I will be chopping up this video, uploading it to YouTube, and you guys can watch it in bits and pieces. I believe I have a longer restriction on YouTube videos now, so hopefully you guys can see this in full time. Then I'll just cut it and try and copy it all out for you guys. And because it was a fun series. These guys have put on an amazing show for me, and I'm going to tear up. There it is. The Brabant's death cap is nearly finished from Keyfam. Let me just check whether his gold income is on there. He's got 900. He needs about 200 more to pick it up, unless there was a gold change to it, which I think there was. So I'm going to eat my words there. That happened. It used to be 1,200, but I don't think it is him. I think it's actually 950. So he may have enough to get it already. He does have the Crystalline Flask. I'm going to say it. He can go back. He can be and get a Rabadon's now if he wants to. He honestly can. There's the Black Cleaver. 3 Black Cleavers. Where's the next Black Cleaver happening? It is going to be on Israel, as he has got his, sorry, it actually may be a Last Whisper coming out from him. I'm going to eat my words again. It is going to be a Last Whisper. He's not going to go for that Black Cleaver. It's not going to be fun. Nothing at all. Gonna throw it for his team. Anyway, what is that longsword doing on Nidalee? How is she going to play with that? She has got a needlessly large rod and a longsword. Oh yeah, that stands for something. Still hasn't finished the Archangels as well. And there it is. The Rabadons is finally on Keyfam. How is this going to change teamfights? It may change them entirely, as he's now sitting at a whopping 400 AP. That is actually pretty ridiculous. Talking about ridiculous, ARAMs, the old Archangel Scepter, you could have stacked that and you got over 1000 AP. It was hilarious. I used to have a friend that did that with Karthus. I forgot what his name was, but I really wish I could shout out to him. He was a really, really great player. It may have been Bestest, and I think Bestest is on here right now, but yeah. A little bit. Okay. I really want to see what Pantheon does with that Phage. But he is tanking up pretty well. Looks like we might just be coming into the last team fight of the game. As my voice is slowly disappearing. There is the ult coming out from Vortex of Souls. The initiate's gone in. Pantheon is in for the jump. He goes in, does jump on Nan Kimchi. First blood in the game. In the fight is down on Blitzcrank. Very, very good targeted first blood. No AoE silence going out from them there. And now they are moving through Funtime's base, looking for some more blood. Kha'Zix does manage to get burst down. The Pantheon does not survive the fight. And it is a 1-for-1 exchange already. And it does look like Funtimes is able to push them out. Down goes the Shurelias, so it wasn't a perfect initiate. It is always an initiate from the Pantheon using his Grand Skyfall. What do you guys think? Do you think a better initiate will happen if Pantheon decides to go in with a stun instead of a Grand Skyfall? Because those Grand Skyfalls, they tend to displace the team fight and not necessarily land on Funtimes because they run out of the way whenever that happens. Ooh, interesting. Vortex of Souls has picked himself up. Oh, he has picked himself up a Sheen and a Phage. He's gone for a Trinity Force. See, look at it. There is quite a lot of scaling room left for Noobius Maximus. 35 minutes into the game. God, this feels like a 50-minute game. There have just been so many fights played and so many fights won and lost. And a Baron's already gone down. So, let's see if this does translate into another Baron. Pantheon is there, and his ult isn't too far for being back up. Just check on that. That is 18 seconds away. Who is going to take this away? This is the best of 3. Last game. Match point, people. Where is it going? What's it doing? Dragon is available. Baron is available. Are they going to go for any of it? Are they going to try and force out a fight? Again, like you said, Pastry, I believe it was Pastry time. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. But yeah, they're not the ones forcing those fights to happen, and they're not the ones jumping on people. I feel like their burst is a little bit higher than Funtimes. If they manage to find a couple of Funtimes members in a bush, if they manage to bait it out, and they do have control of Baron, they've got the site, and Funtimes doesn't. So they could easily take this now if they want to. They could easily force this fight. Pantheon grabbing Rib whenever he needs to. He has got his Grand Skyfall up, so he is okay with walking around. I love that skin, by the way. It is just so kick-ass. Ridiculously amazing. That is how excited I am about skins, seriously. I'm not even joking. By the way, if you guys are in an amateur team over in New Zealand, you can come and join the LOLNZ plus UA, the University of Auckland Video Game Club semi-pro league that we're creating for lower level teams to come in and join in, lower ELO and not VGR. Basically, the rule is no VGR. I'm sorry, VGR. Don't worry. I'll be hosting tournaments for you, where you can scale into the Australian circuit and then go global, because that is how ridiculous you guys have been in this circuit. 2012. Let's see if you guys can keep it up in 2013. Come on, where's the initiate, guys? Where's the initiate? Both of these teams being so cautious. They know, well, actually, come to think of it, Noobius Maximus, if they lose a team fight, they're sort of okay. I keep calling them legit. If Funtimes lose a team fight, that is over. The game is done for them. All of their inhibitors will be down. All of their inhibitors will be down. All of their turrets will be down, and there won't be much stopping Noobius from just stomping their base. Oh, okay, Noobius looked like they were going for a little bit of a backdoor, as it is a 3 Oh, it is turning into a 5v5. It's coming in here. Kazak's jumping in. He does land a little bit of damage, but he is going to be one of the first to take all of that heavy damage. Someone of Mikael maybe going down here, and now they may turn their attention onto Kimchi. Oh, it's a little bit of a broken up fight, and we do see that Jarvan ult really screwing over Noobius Maximus as the Ignite is down on him, and that is it. I'm sorry, Funtime have lost this fight. It is going to be going to Noobius Maximus. Great for taking away that game, guys. GG, well played, coming out from Israel, and soon coming out from everyone else. Only the GG only come, not even fun. As the turret goes down, Noobius Maximus doesn't even, that doesn't afraid of anything. They just, they're going to continue taking out the rest of the team. Keyfam nearly going down there, and that is it. Let me just go straight, zoom in right there for that Nexus explosion. Not going to be a double. Didn't get a double explosion for you, but that was an amazing game. Noobius Maximus taking away the win. Let me just bring up their screen, the results screen for you there. The winner's screen for you there. Big props to those guys. Just a moment as I capture the screen. I will be opening up an ARAM very, very soon. Please come in and say hi. I always love it when people do. Otherwise I'm quite lonely. Anyway, there is the resulting team. That is purple team for the winners. Winner is Noobius Maximus. Let me just get the team up on there. Noobius Maximus. And of course, the players in there. We got me losing my voice and slightly dying. We do have Cryptic Nexus. Cryptic Nexus. This is me spelling out their names slightly. I bet I get one of them wrong. Keyfam. I have learnt your name, Keyfam. Never forget. We do have T-Panda as well. And Vortex of Souls. I'm sorry. I'm not going to type all of your strange little letters. I'm not even going to try. Yeah. Maybe I can copy it. And Krazerk as well. With that crazy E. Please correct me if I do get any of these names wrong. But yeah, cheers for joining another stream. I will get an ARAM going very, very soon. And pastry time. And all of the ESL guys, I will get back to you. I'll get in a conversation with you right after this ARAM. I just feel like I owe an ARAM to these guys, but yeah, I'll be here. Anyway, yeah, enjoy this song. I will be opening up a game now. Stay tuned for the password. Just a heads up, guys, the ARAM is now open. The password is Tortuga. Come and join in if you want to have some fun. I'm just going to be doing this. I usually do this every single day. Just have a little bit of fun. And yeah, enjoy. A huge thanks to all the people that joined in on the stream today. It was great fun casting for you, and I am doing these daily to get better and better at them and have a little bit of fun each day. You can always catch me usually at about 8 p.m. Hopefully, New Zealand time that is, so roughly 6 p.m. in Australian time, I believe. A little bit. See if I got that right. And yeah, big thanks to the teams for joining us in. I went and collected them out from the blue, and they came in and they delivered with some great games. These games will be up a little bit later tomorrow, so watch out for that if you want to have a look at them again.